back to the Solid Over Social podcast. It's your boy KG Nasser.
Shell.
Joe.
And we back, man. And we got a special guest in the building. We got my boy Saba in the building, man. And y'all give it up for him on the other side of the camera. We're going to give it up for him over here. Yeah. Special guest, man. I wanted to bring my boy on the show. I've been knowing him for some years. I met bro like around 2015. Seen him go through a lot, you know what I mean? We've been through a lot together, you know what I mean, on a sports level type shit. But I be seeing him post some stuff on social media all the time as far as like black awareness, things like that. And he made a post that struck with me, struck a nerve that day, even though he do it all the time. But I wanted to bring him on the show and talk about that and talk about just his mindset on, you know, the state of black people and where we at today. So the post that I'm referring to, he was saying something about, it was a post that had two black men arguing or fighting on the ground, and it was saying, hold on, I took a picture of that shit. Excuse me, motherfuckers. Alright, it was saying, back in the slave days, it was nothing more enjoyable for masters and overseers to feed slaves a ridiculous amount of whiskey on Sundays, only to watch slaves fight his brother, oftentimes to death. And we wonder why they put liquor stores on every corner in every hood. So, yeah, that struck with me. I wanted to ask you, bro, you know, why'd you post that, and why do you agree with that?
Because it's true. They did it for vain sport and play. No other reason than to laugh and entertainment. Just like the Romans did with the gladiators.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This was before legislation happened in slavery, before we was it 3/5 of a person?
Right.
This one when we was nothing.
Right.
So just to put you out there,
whether you die,
yeah, live or die, and it'll be against your brother, your father, your cousin.
Anybody.
You know what I'm saying? They would whip you for fun. They would do all that. It was just for fun because you were nothing. You wasn't a human.
Right. So with that, like, how does that translate over in today's world? Like with the liquor stores, not even just that, with just everything they do with the music. Like, I feel like, man, that shit is on TV. They, you know, they promote that type of shit and they make that shit, you know, cool to us so that way we can continue to participate in this genocide. Like, that's what I feel about it.
Yeah, it's still going on to this day. Some people would say we do it to ourselves, but they don't know racism is a systematic machine.
Right.
It's a business.
Right.
So it'll never stop.
Right.
The only way it'll stop if we stop it.
Right.
Like music, all it is violence.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Social media is violence. It's not a, you know how on social media they'll block something that's too explicit.
Mm-hmm.
We could see a brother get shot 30 times by the police, and it'll be fine.
It'll never be blocked, yeah.
It won't be blocked. You post something minute, oh yeah, you're banned for 3 days.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Just for calling somebody a name or something like that, or
or
just
talking about sexual
stuff.
related things sometimes.
Slavery hasn't ended for us.
No.
It's just done in a different fashion and form now.
Right. And you said something real key that a lot of people don't understand is it's a business. Like, they don't want to get rid of that shit. They don't want to stop that shit. You feel me? Because it sells. It sells too
Yeah.
much. It's a $1 trillion. You feel me? It's a $1 trillion market.
Right.
Right now in North Africa, I believe there is a slave trade going on right now. Just how it was back then. They got brothers and sisters chained up, going here in slavery.
What the fuck? That's crazy. And coming over here to work in fields and shit, or in factories and shit.
No, they're going to Europe, North Africa, China, all that shit.
Okay, probably doing on the diamond trade, trying to that type of shit. That's
wicked.
Crazy.
That's real shit. Liquor stores on every motherfucking corner too. So my first little whiff of that shit came from Boys in the Hood when his pops was talking about that. You know, preaching that shit had me thinking. You know what I mean? Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne, my man. He's still moving. If y'all ain't seen Blackish, watch that shit too. That nigga on. But yeah, he had me thinking about that shit. And you drive around in all the little rich neighborhoods, you don't see none of that. You know what I mean? It's just not happening. They don't want to feed that to their babies, their kids, none of that shit. But it's happening with us. And, you know, for the shit to still be happening, I'm not saying I'm surprised, but it's understandable that a lot of us don't know that we're caught in this vicious cycle. You feel me? Like a lot of us don't know that.
Some of us don't want to get out.
Yeah, too, because they're comfortable.
Yeah. That's what they used to.
Mm-hmm.
And the trip part is the people that sell the liquor don't even drink liquor. It's
At
against
all.
their religion.
Ooh, come on.
That's
how you
crazy
make more
that
money,
you
though.
say that.
That's how you make more money.
We owned a liquor store back in the day, but and my grandpa he didn't drink. He didn't drink, but he also, because we owned it, he also got to choose who he sold to. So you know, like it was very. We was from that area. So, you know, people that, you know, we watched grow up and all that stuff, like he sold to family and all that. When it was a lot of people he didn't know, or if he felt like you was gang affiliated, like he wouldn't sell to you. But just listening to what you're talking about now, as a kid, I was never like thinking like, oh, it's a liquor store on every corner. Like, it was a liquor store on my corner and I owned it.
Right, they be two, they be right across the
Right
street.
across the street from
With
each
the same
other.
name.
Right.
Same name.
No, dead ass. And the crazy thing about that is, like, I've always noticed that fucking it's hella liquor stores in the hood or hella liquor stores on the east side or, you know, wherever, you know, is more black people or more Hispanics or, you know, more poverty, you know what I mean? Like, they keep that shit over there. But I never really noticed, like, when I be driving around and, you know, I be in, like, you know,
like
upper echelon neighborhoods and stuff like that. I never noticed that it's no liquor stores over there.
Right.
And to y'all just said something right now, I start thinking about all the
Like,
places I
damn.
done drove through, all the places I
The
done been.
ghetto. It's the ghetto. They wanted to keep it the ghetto.
Right.
You gotta think
Right.
the ghetto, right? It's a term that was used in the concentration camps with Hitler,
Yeah,
which was a social experiment. Yeah, look it up. The ghetto. That's what they called it.
that's
They had them
crazy.
gated in. They could only do so much and go so far.
Damn.
Nigga, look.
That's fact. That's why I brought this man on
Yeah.
the show today. You feel me? I know he was gonna drop some shit. My boy be reading a lot. You feel me? My boy be reading some shit.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Books is the key.
It's in there. It's for real.
They say if you want to keep a secret from a black person,
Put it
put
in
it
a
in a
book.
book. You feel me? That's crazy. But no, my boy in there reading all y'all secrets and shit. So
There you go.
yeah, giving us game.
I think you're gonna need protection soon.